How we doing, guys? Blackburn 2, Leeds 1, and it's player rating time. So we'll start straight with Bailey Peacock-Farrell. I thought he had a decent game today. He made some important saves to keep it at 1-0. You know, when we were getting hammered for those first half of the game, you know, he really did keep the score down. And I thought it was great credit to him. You know, he's positive on corners, good shot stopping, and he didn't let us down today. You know, he kept the score down and I thought he had a good game. 7 out of 10 for me. Gaetano Berardi, a bit of a mixed game really. You know, that first goal, it's not really his fault. You know, I think maybe that's more of a planning issue. You know, we probably should anticipate that better. You know, have someone different marking Danny Graham on that first goal. You know, a bit less of a mismatch. Maybe Liam Cooper could mark Danny Graham on that goal. But I felt after that he did okay. Defensively he was pretty solid. Lovely work for the for our goal. You know, lovely touch over to Mateusz Klich and a good assist for him. And yeah, a couple of maybe iffy moments defensively, but all in all, I thought he was solid enough. Maybe some question marks on that first goal, possibly on the second goal between him and Janssen on when Lenihan went through and scored. You know, maybe you can question that as well. But 6 out of 10 for me. It's good to have Berra back in the team. Hopefully, we can see him playing centre back at some point if we decide to switch things around. Pontus Jansson is a bit of a difficult one to assess, really. You know, I don't think any of the goals you can put directly on Pontus Jansson, but there's a couple of moments where maybe he dived in a little bit too early, and there's a couple of examples on Adams Armstrong in the first half where he dived in, and Adams Armstrong walks past him a bit too easily, and we've let him. You know, we never really looked properly solid at the back. I'm probably going to go for a 5 or 6 out of 10. Not really a great Pontus Jansson performance by his standards. Liam Cooper very much the same. Can't really put either of the goals on him. We never really felt like we were dominating their strikers. I think Danny Graham definitely got the better of our back four today for me, and Adams Armstrong as well. Left back Stewart Dallas, I thought he had an absolute shocker, to be honest, in the first half. He started at right back. He just couldn't cope with Adam Armstrong. You know, there was a couple of poor touches as well, and it invited pressure, and it just never really happened for Stewart Dallas today. You know, I think most of the time when he's played at full-back he's been a nice solid option, but today it just didn't quite happen to him. He did look like a winger playing at full-back. If that sometimes happens though, when you do have a winger playing full-back, you know, we can get caught out a couple of times. It's one of those things. It's a 4 out of 10 for me. It's a disappointing day for Stewart Dallas. Holding midfielder Calvin Phillips, again a bit of an off day for Calvin Phillips. He did definitely improve those last 20 minutes. He started to really, I think, control things in the middle of the park, but for the first 70 he just couldn't quite get into the game, either on the ball or off the ball. He never really broke things down. There was a couple of times where, you know, when Adam Armstrong was running at our defence, I just felt Calvin Phillips maybe could have protected the defence a little bit more and came across a bit more often. He did a decent job with Bradley Dack. I felt he kept Bradley Dack fairly quiet, but just never really saw enough of Calvin Phillips for those first 70 minutes. We never really felt in control of that part of the midfield, at the base of the midfield. Never really felt we were comfortable. You know, I thought Blackburn were running at us, our back four, far too easily. On the right hand side, for most of the game was Kemar Roof. He did swap occasionally with Tyler Roberts, but for Kemar Roof on the right hand side, it just never happened for him, in all honesty. But it was a tough game for him. You know, for the time he was on the pitch, we never really had any control. You know, some of our passing was wayward. We never really got forward enough. Probably a 5 out of 10 for Kemar Roof. I felt sorry for him maybe playing out of position because of Tyler Roberts' form up front, but it's a disappointing one for Kemar Roof. Centre mid, Mateusz Klich, I thought was outstanding again. You know, I'd have to say he was our best player by an absolute mile today, and I thought he was probably the only player who can probably properly say was a man of the match contender. He gets himself his goal. A couple of wayward passes, maybe started the game a little bit quietly by his standards, but I thought last half an hour, 20 minutes, he was the catalyst. You know, he was starting to get us forward, passing the ball, being brave on the ball. Some of it went wayward, but most of it was finding his targets, and he really did sort of link up things out wide. Well, he tried to link up things out wide, because I think our wingers for most of the game, you know, Roof and Alioski just wasted a lot of opportunities to cross the ball out wide. But Klich, to his credit, never stopped. He had a great effort late on in the game, a lovely touch, and it's a really good effort. It'll be another top class goal, but it's an outstanding save off David Villa, possibly one of the best saves we'll see off a goalkeeper all season against us. Samuel Saïv had a poor first 44 minutes, great assist, well not assist, but it's his vision that creates that goal. It's a lovely pass over to Berardi. Berardi obviously gets the ball over, but it's all from that pass. That whole move happens from that defence splitting pass. You know, Blackburn looked perfectly comfortable defensively in that sort of phase, but it's that lovely bit of vision off Saeed. He creates those moments, and I thought second half he really did start to drive at the Blackburn defence. You know, those last 20, 15 minutes, you know, he really did start to create. That click chance I spoke about was created through Saeed's vision, and he started to become really adventurous. And I thought we saw, you know, a really much improved Saeed on previous performances, despite, you know, a disappointing performance overall. I just felt on the left hand side, Alioski, it never really happened for Gianni again today. You know, I thought against Brentford, he looked back to, you know, much more like it, much more at it. But today, there was one moment in the first half where he did play a lovely defence splitting pass. But after that, you know, he was under hitting corners, wasting opportunities across the ball, not really being brave enough on the ball, taking on his fullback. A disappointing 5 out of 10 for me. Tyler Roberts, much the same as Marriot and Alioski, never really got into the game. I'd have to be a little bit critical on that first goal as well. You know, on the line, could have reacted a bit quicker, you know, getting that ball off the line. I know it's a well-placed header, but he never really sort of seemed to react to that. Maybe being a bit harsh. I've not really watched it back. It might not have even been Tyler Roberts on the line. I think it was Tyler Roberts on the line. But a 4 out of 10 for me. Probably have to take marks off for that goal as well. But it's an off day for Tyler Roberts. You know, Robbo is a massive talent. You know, he's playing games for Wales up front, head of some, you know, decent players. He's getting his name mentioned in press conferences by Luis Enrique. He will respond from this. He will recover from this. No problem at all. As will Marriot. You know, they've both been superb this season. I'm not going to be too critical. It just didn't happen from today. A lot of it came from not having any serves as well. So don't take that. Don't take the 4 out of 10 as me having a massive go at Tyler Roberts. You know, it's probably more of a 5 out of 10. I'd take one off for the goal as well. Substitutions, Pablo Hernandez, 7 out of 10. You know, I thought we looked a lot more energetic when Pablo came onto the pitch. He sort of re-energised us to an extent. He tried to create, he tried to be positive, and I thought he made a massive impact on that right hand side. Jack Clarke, exact same really. Absolutely brilliant second game for Jack Clarke. You know, he looks so brave on the ball. I mentioned in the review as well, I think it was LUFC stats, LUFC data, sorry. I think it said he had 4 shots from 9 touches. That's amazing. That just shows how positive he was. He was always looking to create havoc, move defenders out of position. It was such an impressive cameo of Jack Clarke again. You know, he looked positive against Brentford, but today I thought he hit another level from that left hand side rather than the right hand side, where he could cut in onto his right foot. Him and Pablo very much changed the game for us, and it's